Hyeperion here, back with another video. What I'm going to cover is the new Pirate King warrior set. Oh, by the way, about my Dragon warrior, it's Gonski's, because the ST helm he had was on my warrior MP, and I suicided honorably with the ST helm because I felt I wasn't going to come back. But Borderlands 3 sucked, so rest in peace. But up comes the Pirate King. This set is quite unique, breaking a bunch of conventions at once. First of all though, this set was only acquirable through a paid campaign for a month or so you had to spend over 100 bucks. And it's quite easy to get through the recent event. Here is yet another edit of me acquiring the set. Yeah, events are pretty crazy, and I'm probably gonna cop some shit for doing so many on my MP, cause like around 20 of my clips are getting the white bags and the wrong STs in between. But hey, I refrain from drinking pots or so yeah, or else this video wouldn't really exist in the first place. Anyways, with all 4 parts of the set equipped, you get this sprite, which is absolutely awesome. You look like a true Pirate King, much better than... Let's see what each part of this set does. First up, the Swashbuckler's Sickle. You can get this item from Davy Jones. It has 275 to 280 damage, which is pretty interesting. If we compare it to the Splendor has 225 to 280 damage. So basically the sword hit for pretty consistently decent damage, the high range of the Splendor. It also has a fairly decent range of 4.25, almost as much as the Crystal Sword, and more than the Ancient Stone Sword. However, it has a drawback of 80% rate of fire, which heavily draws back its damage potential. As you can see on the DPS calculator, it is comparable to the Ancient Stone Sword. Very similar but slightly more range, so yeah, it's passable. Surely a better Crystal Sword at least. With the full set equipped, you get 3100 DPS. Compared to other swords, it fares well, but that's because those swords don't have DPS boosts, which they can easily win with. And the Sword of the Colossus on its own just smacks this set on a warrior, so you end up limiting your set if you don't use it. If you don't count the Color Sword, this set still poses a good balance of range and DPS, but you'll need all 4 items, and I don't know, in my opinion getting the Sword of the Colossus is probably easier. Onto the helm, upon taking over 60 damage you launch 8 cannonballs which deal 800 damage each. It looks like this. And yes, it automatically aims at the nearest target, not where your mouse is. A problem with this though is it can miss quite hard. The aiming is similar to an End God, where it predicts where the target will go and shoots there beforehand, and that makes you miss sometimes. The shot spread is wide too, so it's good for Godlands or minions, but I prefer a tighter spread for a more worthwhile effect. The rest of the helm is just a mediocre tiered helm, giving only 7 defense and 4 seconds of berserk, and speedy with a relatively high mana cost. The naval uniform, a weird armor with a spread of stats, nothing amazing. 19 defense, 6 vitality, 4 wisdom, 3 speed and 2 dexterity. So you're giving up 5 defense compared to the Acropolis armor for 3 speed and 2 dexterity pretty much, which is somewhat okay. But even a Fire Dragon armor does the job better, and that armor is outclassed by the new Oryx armor, which is highly outclassed by the Kamishima, which is highly outclassed by the Mercy's Bane. The ring. This is what makes the set the monster it is. The first mate's hook. It gives 10 HP and 1 attack and 1 dexterity. If you put 6 of these on top of each other, you finally catch up to the DPS of Crown, but you still have less HP. Okay, but in all honesty, this ring is just to complete the set and get boost of a massive 100 attack. So through my lengthy talk about the sword, we now know that damage wise this set isn't amazing, being fully outclassed by just one Sword of the Colossus. By excluding that, it deals fair damage at decent range. The overall stat bonus you get from equipping all 4 items is 180 HP, 130 MP, 101 attack. Yeah, don't get excited yet because you get minus 27 dexterity, which is why it didn't turn out well when it comes to damage output. You also get a pretty large speed decrease, losing 17 speed, and you get 6 vitality and 4 wisdom. Oh, and I forgot about defense, which you only get 26, which is pretty low for a warrior, but then again you want to trigger your helm a bit more, taking 60 damage, but it's not really a helpful effect. By now you are thinking the ST set is trash, right? Well, it kinda is. We'll cover its practicality in game. With 176 attack and a decently heavy sword, you will always be hitting for 1000 damage, which is pretty nice in Godlands. You'll be clearing it with ease, and the helm triggers upon taking 60 damage. And with somewhat low defense, you'll get damage from various gods such as Ghost Gods, Beholders and Medusa Bombs, so the helm can actually help a fair amount. You are generally slow, but that can be balanced with a speedy buff, but you will only be around 60 to 70 speed instead of the usual 100 or so. The main reason I made this video was because there were so many people hyping it up with the 176 attack, but in reality this set isn't amazing. It's not terrible either. But bringing up the pros and cons, we got good range, decent DPS with the range, like relative to the range, good damage per shot for Godlands. The cons are you're pretty fragile, very slow, and the set is fully outclassed by one item, which is kinda easy to get as it's one white bag, whereas you're hunting 4 specific items for this set. So this set is what I call okay, but really ST sets are quite a hard thing to get, so it should have a bit more spice to it. Maybe make the helm's passive ability stronger, like shooting single shots multiple times for more concentrated damage. I don't know. Now here's some footage of the set in action, put straight to the test. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to check out